Om Namah Narayana. Om Namah Narayana. Om Namah Narayana. At an altitude of about 3,133 meters in Uttarakhand state of India, amidst the snow-clad scary gigantic Himalaya, shrouded with the melted glaciers flowing through the graceful river Alakananda, aloft, providing an unforgettable backdrop, the temple of Lord Vishnu, Badrinath. This temple commemorates the bond of love and sacrifice of Goddess Lakshmi for Lord Vishnu. It is said in Vishnu Puran, Lord Vishnu took the form of twin sages, Nara and Narayana, to perform penance for the world's well-being, while to defeat the demon Sahasra Kavacha, who could only be killed by someone who had meditated for 1,000 of years. Lord Vishnu reached at this peaceful place to perform rigorous penance and meditation, but amidst the torturous weather, completely exposed to the harsh Himalayan climate. During his deep meditation, Vishnu was unaware of the harsh Himalayan weather. His consort, Goddess Lakshmi, could not fear to see him suffering in the cold and snow. Goddess Lakshmi took the form of a tree, that is Badri, a berry tree, to provide him with shade and protection for continuing his meditation. Thus this divine abode was called Badrinath since then, and the area was named Badrikashram, and Lord Vishnu called himself Badrinath. Despite the temple's high altitude, devotees visiting Badrinath often report no breathing difficulties. We felt ourselves as if Lord Vishnu lives with you to protect his devotees from physical obstacles. The main entrance of Badrinath temple is known as Singhadwar. It is striking and vibrant sight for the devotees. The temple stands about 50 feet tall. The roof is decorated with gold gilt. Badrinath temple is divided into three parts: Garbhagriha, Darshan Mandap and Sabha Mandap. At the Badrinath temple main gate, the idol of the bird god, Lord Badrinarayan's vehicle, is seated in prayer with his hands folded. Lord Badrinath's deity is located in the main Garbhagriha, about 3¼ feet high in Shaligram rock or quadrangle. Here, life feels to vibrate to the mystic divinity, a life full of energy and dynamism. The moment you reach here, you feel impenetrable and safe, as if meditating on the lap of secure divinity and powerful energy. I was for a while awestruck when I felt the divine energy surrounding the temple, compensating the lack of oxygen in me, enabling to stay energized and focused. To reach Badrinath temple, there are roadways for about 8 to 10 hours from Dehradun or Rishikesh up to Guptkashi, which is on the foot hill, followed by a footwalk or by ponies or by palkis for about 18 kilometers from there up to Kedarnath and from there to Badrinath. The shortest journey to Badrinath is through helicopter. We prefer to travel by helish. One can fly to Dehradun airport from any part of the country, stay overnight at Dehradun, and can have a comfortable helicopter fly next day from Dehradun to Kedarnath and there to Badrinath with an overnight stay at Gupta. Although heli journey is relatively expensive and limitedly available, but heli bookings are well organized if you plan well in advance. The flying time from Dehradun to Gupta is around half an hour, and the flying experience to the gigantic Himalayas I've already shared with you in my last videos of traveling to Kedarnath. Here is the one stop at Gupta helipad. After around 30 meters fly for a change to another heli makes you a bit more comfortable. This miniature helipad at Gupta, clasping around the majestic nature with grandeur of Himalaya, is a splendid capture in one's life. By this half an hour time, you are higher above the sea level, around 1300 meters, and the temperature started slashing down abruptly from what you felt at Dehradun. You can stay back at Gupta to take a heli next day to Badrinath. In fact, we flew from Dehradun to Gupta and changed to another heli to Kedarnath and returned to Gupta by same day evening and after Lord Kedarnath darshan. We stayed overnight at Gupta and left for Badrinath on the next day morning. It was quite comfortable. Here at Gupta, one can get number of places and resorts to stay overnight. As I found, all the resorts are named after Lord Shiva. The resort where we stayed was called Nilkant. Gupta is on the foothill of the Himalaya, the gateway to the Lord Kedarnath, and Lord Badrinath is an abode of peace and tranquility. I have already made you walk through this landscape, the scenic beauty of this place and the majesty of this holy place, where the blissful morning with a humble sunshine meets the darkest intense divinity, but a beautiful night sky. In my last video, while I took you to Kedarnath. The flight from Gupta to Badrinath is a lifetime sensational and exotic experience. The scenic journey doesn't end here. The heli way from Gupta to Badrinath is further more mesmerizing and captivating as you dive deep into the arduous past, rugged and sacred Himalaya. The grandeur of the Nimari mountain range in Uttarakhand keeps you spellbound. You fly hovering over the gigantic Himalayas, really incredible. It really feels ecstatic. The height of the mountain, the tall groves, the thick bushes, the hidden rocks sprouting out of the greeneries, and the teeniest, minuscule patches of habitats looks from a far distance makes you every moment of this ride majestic. Finally, our heli lands at a very tiny helipad at Badrinath. The helipad is very tiny, very small. And from there, you drive down to the nearest cab stops nearby the shrine Badrinath.
This is Badrinath.
Here we alighted from the cab and took a bit rest over there after this hilly journey. and started walking down to the temple. Temple is not very far off from there. It's about a kilometer's drive. A kilometer's walk, you can say. We had to walk down from there. Once you see the temple, it is mesmerizing. Every year, the temple remains closed in the winter, that is more than 6 months, due to heavy snowfall and winter. It is believed that every year, before the closing of the portals of temple for 6 months, a Divya Jyoti, Diya, is illuminated to honor Lord Badrinath. Surprisingly, the Diya remains lit until the portal of Badrinath is open again after 6 months. Incredible, unbelievable. It is believed that Lord Badrinath is protecting the Divya light during this period. After darshan of Lord Badrinath, we returned to the hotel and had our lunch. And after a while taking rest, moved to the beautiful surroundings around this place. The way to the first village of India, that is Mana village. The drive distance of 3 kilometers to this village gives you a feel of ancient culture, and the most exciting is the ice hill on the way. The circuitous pathway through this village, walking up on the hills, with the tiny houses and shops on both sides of the road, is a lifetime experience. Mana village holds a special place in the hearts of pilgrims and adventurers alike, serving as the last inhabited village before the Indo-China border and the mythical land of the god Badrinath. Mana is inhabited by Bhotias, and a Mughal tribes is famous as India's first village. It is highly renowned for its deep Hindu mythological roots, stunning Himalayan landscapes, and unique high altitude agriculture.
Local festival in Mana village is on 15th of September.
The village is famous for its organic pahadi potatoes, kidney beans, rajma, and handwoven woolen garments, shawls and carpets, crafted by the local Bhotia tribe, which is sold along with this pathway. On its way up, you shall find the Ganesh Gufa, which looks quite mystic, and moreover along with this pathway. On its way up, you shall find the Ganesh Gufa, which looks quite mystic, and moreover, photography is not allowed here. We went inside the dungeon-like tunnel in deep scary darkness, but came out with a feeling of unknown divinity.
Where the Mahabharat was written by Ganesh.
The story behind this Ganesh Gufa I shall share with you when on the top hill of this village we visit the Vedvyas Gufa. While walking up the hills in this village, the sight of river Saraswati is astounding. Mana is the only place where the river Saraswati is visibly seen, originating before disappearing underground. It flows gracefully into the river Alaknanda to form the Keshav Prayag. See the Bhim Pool here, a massive natural rock bridge over the Saraswati river, supposedly placed by Bhima, one of the Pandavas' brothers, to help his wife Draupadi to cross the river Saraswati. After crossing the Bhim Pool, we climbed up to see a massive Gufa, the Vedvyas Gufa. Vedvyas Gufa is believed to be over 5,000 years old. This is where Maharishi Vedvyas lived and composed the 18 Puranas, the Brahma Sutras, the 4 Vedas, and dictated the epic Mahabharat. A unique feature is the cave's roof. Look at it, which appears to look like layered pages of ancient holy scripts. According to Mahabharat, while Rishi Vyasa was dictating the epic to Lord Ganesha, with a condition by Lord Ganesha that he shall not repeat a single word again, and hence Lord Ganesha was writing unstoppable to the dictation of Rishi while sitting in Ganesh Gufa, which is about 500 steps away from Vedvyas Gufa, as we saw while coming up to the hill through the Mana village. In this naturally formed cave, Lord Ganesha sat to transcribe the Mahabharat as Vyasa dictated it. According to the legend, Ganesha used his broken tusk as a pen when his original reed broke, so he could keep up with the sage's fast recitation. But the Saraswati river was flowing nearby Vedvyas Gufa with a roaring, deafening race that disturbed their concentration of dictating by Rishi and writing by Ganesha the Mahabharat. When the river refused to soften its flow, says Vyas caused the river to break apart and disappear underground. In the holy city of Prayagraj, it is believed the river Saraswati still flows invisibly, merging with the river Ganga and Yamuna beneath the surface. And finally, the last Indian tea shop is worthwhile to relish and relax. A popular tourist attraction that serves hot tea and Maggi near the Indo-Tibetan border is boon for trek lovers like us. We enjoyed the hot tea there in a puranic historical stall. A lifetime to remember. A lifetime to remember. Om Namah Narayana. 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 Om Namah Narayana.